Hello, tea friends. This is Barb Kelly with Barbs Tea Service, and we are back with our podcast courtesy on TV Studios. And I'm here, as always, with studio engineer, co-host, and arm candy, Chris Gully.
Here I am. I'm not in disguise. It's just, it's been hot and sunny out there.
Yes.
And I thought I got my Hawaiian Lion shirt. I'm wearing shorts. Not that anyone would see that. And I got my shades on. So
You're looking super cool.
I'm trying to stay cool. All right.
You always are.
I look cool and I am cool.
Right.
All right.
Okay. Cool, dude.
All right. Well, okay. I got to actually run the board, so I need to see what I'm doing. Okay.
All right. Oh, it's
Sure.
Chris.
Hey. All right.
You're back.
Okay.
Okay, so this is podcast 83.
It is.
Yeah, and I wish the temperatures were that cool.
Yeah, that would seem like cold now, right?
I know. So we're in the 90s. We're
Yeah.
getting towards record temps.
Yeah, mhm.
And so it's very, very hot.
Yes.
It's a little toasty.
Right.
So that got us inspired to have get back to some of the iced tea.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And while we're a little toasty, we want to toast a big event coming up.
Yes.
This is not just any 4th of July.
No.
It's America's 250th anniversary.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
I know.
I know.
Pretty incredible story.
Yeah. Right.
And we have a lot of folks getting on that patriotic bandwagon.
Uh-huh.
And with creative ways to celebrate, which brings us to what we plan to cover today.
Let's lay it on them.
All right. Iced tea, the lore, and more.
Okay.
The Eagle Cup has landed.
Intriguing.
Patriotic food, drink, and merch from Dunkin.
Okay.
Then we have news on the arrival of Gilded Age Season 4.
Can't wait.
Oh, I know. And then another show on HBO HGTV that
Right.
we've been recently introduced to,
Right.
Castle Impossible.
Okay.
And we reunite with old friends.
All right. Excellent.
But first, tea.
All right. Okay.
Okay, so Chris, we're doing something really different today. We are serving up not only a tea that we just recently sampled
Yeah.
a few weeks ago,
Mhm.
but we're serving it up cold.
Yeah.
This is iced tea.
Yes.
This is the green Rooibos blueberry tea from Roses of Silverbell.
Yeah. All right.
So did you take a little taste?
I did. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think the glassware kind of brings it up a notch.
The glassware?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you, I almost forgot about that.
Yeah.
So this is foreshadowing. This is
Yeah.
going to be coming up very soon.
All right.
This is mid-century glassware.
Uh-huh.
These are like 75 years old. I know.
Almost as old as I am.
Oh. So this we will be talking about, and
Yeah.
it's kind of nice to bring out the fancy
Yeah, yeah.
festive wear when you are celebrating something.
It's no on TV mug.
That is true.
Okay.
That is true.
All right. All right.
The highly sought after
Yes, right.
on TV mug. Okay, so you tasted this. Now, back when we had this a few podcasts ago,
Right.
when Kevin West, co-owner of Lake Orion's own
Yeah.
Roses of Silverbell,
Mhm.
he brought some of this tea and
Right.
served it up hot.
Right.
And you had said that you thought it was fruity and that it was balanced.
Yeah, it had it was very very drinkable for sure. Nothing cloying about it. Just a very straightforward drink. It was very refreshing as a hot tea.
Right. So when you said it was fruity, you said it was well balanced.
Right, right.
What are you picking up, and anything different from the
Well,
cold?
so it's got to me pretty much a very different profile. I was sipping and going through my Twinings Tea Academy flavor wheel.
And
my
you don't
famous-
get any kickback from that.
No,
so
I
good
don't.
for
I
you.
don't. I don't know. Well, since I just took it off the internet. Anyway, I figure I should plug them.
Sure.
But anyway, so this is to me it almost has it's like a melon profile to it.
I get that.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big fan of
Real melons. Yeah.
cantaloupe or anything like that. But that's because to me it's a very strong.
Right.
This is kind of mild.
It is. Yeah.
And the tasting notes on this, I'll tell you, it's fruity and sweet and tart.
Okay. Yep.
So I think that's where we get the balance from.
Right.
But let me again tell you what's in this blend.
Okay.
So it's green Rooibos tea.
Okay.
Totally herbal, no caffeine.
Okay.
And there are blueberries, cranberries, hibiscus, rose hips, and raspberry leaves.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's a very what's good about occasionally you have to go in a gas station and get an iced tea, for your trip, and that's okay. This is.
Do you do that?
I know, never. Only under extreme circumstances.
Sure.
But this is it's an iced tea, but the real stuff is so much better. You do have to get. Yeah, I do like iced tea, and that's something I'll tend to drink a bit more than hot tea, to be honest. But that's very, very, very good. 5 stars.
Yes, that's a good point too, because sometimes for convenience we just go someplace and pick up something, but when it's home brewed,
I know,
so much better.
Yeah.
And I agree with you on that.
Right.
So
right.
More
Excellent.
of this to come.
Yes.
Right?
Great.
All right. So I thought this would be a good time to talk a little bit more about iced tea.
Right.
And as I refer to this as a refresh on the refresher.
Okay.
And I went back to a blog from a BTS blog from June 10th, 2023.
Okay.
So today's July 1st.
Right.
National Iced Tea Month is June.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but Michigan, we're just starting.
Yeah.
It was a long winter. And so I wrote this on, again, June 10th, 2023.
Right.
June 10th is National, I always want to say National Iced Tea Day.
Okay.
So.
They're really piling it on.
There's a lot to celebrate.
I know. Wow.
Okay. But there's the lore of iced tea. It's said to have started back in 1904 at the St. Louis World's Fair.
Right.
There was a tea vendor. His name is Richard, last name capital B, period.
Right. Uh-huh.
So he was having trouble selling hot tea.
In St. Louis in the summer?
I mean, can you imagine? We're getting a little taste of that today. You don't go outside and say, I'd like a nice hot cup of tea.
Not on purpose.
So he threw ice into it and started selling it, and it really went over.
Yep.
People found it very refreshing, and so now, 100 years later, we're still drinking it.
Yep.
And actually, when you said about how much you almost drink more iced tea than regular tea,
right? Yeah.
In the U.S., that's pretty much the majority of the consumption of tea is iced tea.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what we like our iced tea.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so again, back to this lore of what happened at the World's Fair in 1904.
Right.
A lot of people question
the origin
story because, for example, Bruce Richardson, who we know, and he is a tea guru. He has Elmwood and Teas, and he says he doesn't doubt that the story's true.
Sure.
But there's evidence of cold brew iced tea, cold brew tea, dating back pre-Civil War America.
Yeah. Well, so the concept of throwing a chunk of ice in some conveyance of liquid to cool it down is probably been around for a while. I'm guessing. So so pre-Civil War is probably true.
Right. Okay. Good point. All right. So, how do you prepare?
Okay.
And it's pretty straightforward. Doesn't take, somebody like Richard B. It's a genius level.
Yeah.
But what I usually make iced tea through with loose tea.
Right.
And I just make a concentrate. And rule of thumb is 2 to 1. So if you're going to make a pot with 4 teaspoons, you'd add 8.
Okay.
And sometimes I dial it back depending on the strength of the tea or whatever. And so that's how, you brew it, you pour it on ice, dilute it, and that dilutes the tea. So that gives you iced tea. But for a little bit more detail and ways for preparing, we turn to Martha Stewart.
Okay, as one does.
Right. This was taken from an article back in April, just this year.
Okay.
And the title is brew the best iced tea.
Okay.
And she lists 4 different methods.
Okay.
So there's the hot brew with tea bags, hot brew with loose tea,
Right.
cold brew, and sun tea.
Okay.
All right. So I just did high level hot tea.
Right.
With the tea bags a little bit, there's a few other adjustments, but if you want more detail, we do put the link of the Martha Stewart article in our blog.
Okay.
Okay. But for the cold brew, cold brew is just taking the tea bags,
Right.
put it in a pitcher,
Right.
and fill it with water, and then put it in the refrigerator for 12 hours.
Right.
And there are some companies that make tea actually just for the purpose of iced tea.
Sure.
And Adagio had a line of these types of tea, and they had sent me some back again in 2023. Right. So it's so easy.
Right.
You get this big bag, looks like a bag of potpourri.
Sure.
Put it in your pitcher, fill it with water, put it in the fridge.
Forget about it.
Forget about it, exactly.
Yeah.
And I will say their 12-hour guideline was pretty right on, because
Sure.
I would sample, take a little taste before the 12 hours were up, and it needed the full 12 hours.
All right.
Okay. And then we have the sun tea.
Right.
And that's kind of just like the cold brew, except instead of putting it in the refrigerator,
Right.
you put it outside on a table or whatever, and we're in direct sunlight.
Right.
And the rule of thumb there is 6 hours.
Okay. Yeah.
So, again, more information on that is in our blog this week on iced tea.
All right. Excellent.
All right. So, now we just need to chill and chillax.
Okay.
I like that you came ready to do that today.
Yes.
So, from Ice Baby to
Okay.
the Eagle has landed.
Okay.
Now,
All right.
if I was throwing some shade at you at stopping at the gas station for iced tea,
Yeah. I know. Back at you.
you may return that favor.
All
right. So, the Eagle Cup has landed at Dunkin.
All right.
Okay, so Dunkin has the holiday spirit.
Right.
Or I say more precisely, the spirit of 76.
Yeah.
And that's inspired a whole new menu
Yep.
and merch.
Okay.
Including limited time collectibles such as the Eagle Cup.
All right. Let's see that bad boy.
Okay. And
so that is not unlike the Maltese Falcon.
no, you're right. You're right.
It's the stuff dreams are made of.
That's so true. Oh my gosh. You know what? That might have another purpose. Okay.
All right.
So this became available. Yes.
Okay.
This became available starting this week, June 29th.
All right.
Monday.
Okay.
So guess where I was on Monday?
you were in seedy spots looking for merch.
Yes. So I want my iced tea Eagle. That's my poor imitation of Peter Lorre. But
Yeah, we get it.
okay.
All right.
So anyway,
You need to work on it, maybe.
I need to work on a lot of things.
All right.
Okay. So I was at Dunkin' on Monday.
Right.
And I got this cup.
Right.
And it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I was kind of surprised. There were no long lines. I got in and out pretty
amazing.
quickly. Yeah.
Okay.
But included with, in addition to this limited time merch, they
Right.
also have this menu built around the 4th of July.
Right.
This 250th anniversary. And they have a new line of refreshing beverages and coffee.
Right.
And these feature nostalgic flavors, colorful toppings, and indulgent twists.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so these were also available starting on Monday, and I was drawn to this peach berry tea Dunkin' Zero.
Okay.
And this is one of their zero sugar beverages, and it was peach and blackberry flavors with black tea.
Okay.
All right. So not bad, but I was really thirsty.
Uh-huh.
So I kind of downed it, went down pretty quick. I will say, warning, even though it's zero sugar, it's very sweet.
Okay. Okay. A few additives in there.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah. So this peach blackberry tea was one of 11 new beverages that came out for this special occasion.
Okay.
And they draw from familiar
Uh-huh.
flavors like lemonade and fruit punch, but then they go exotic.
Uh-huh.
Peanut butter Dunkin' latte.
Okay.
You know what's in this one?
You're going to tell me.
Yeah. It's espresso and coffee milk with smooth peanut butter flavor.
Okay. All right. It doesn't reach out to me personally.
Okay. Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so of course the menu wouldn't be complete without some patriotic donuts from the House of Dunkin.
Okay.
And they didn't dig too deep into different flavors.
Right.
The fun really comes from the shapes and the decoration.
Yes.
But they do have the Rocket Pop donut.
Okay.
And that's star shaped.
Okay.
But it has Rocket Pop flavoring inside.
All right.
And I never knew what this was before. I never heard of it.
Yeah, you could barely pronounce it.
Yes, okay. So true. It includes cherry, lime, and raspberry flavors mixed in buttercream.
Okay. All right.
Yes. Okay. Then there are the Stars and Stripes donuts.
Uh-huh.
And that's just your simple glazed donut with dipped in blue icing.
Okay.
And it has red, white, and blue sprinkles.
Okay.
And the Dunkin' Munchkins, the little munchkins.
Right.
The little chocolate glazed dough balls.
The American version of Timbits.
Right. That's right. Right. And these two have the sprinkles on it. Red, white, and blue.
All right.
Pretty cool. All right. So, according to Anthony Epter, he's the vice president of menu innovation at Dunkin'.
All right.
Ooh, what a title.
That is a title.
I think he might have been working too much overtime when he came up with the peanut butter Dunkin'
That's a stretch. Yeah.
Okay. But this is what he says.
Okay.
And I quote, "This summer, Dunkin' is bringing the energy of America's 250th birthday to every part of the menu to make every Dunkin' run a little more festive and every sip a celebration."
Okay. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
All right.
But I think we can all take a page from Dunkin's enthusiasm for America's, and I'm going to say this, and I'm having trouble with pronunciation.
Yeah, okay. Go for it. Come on.
Semi-quincentennial.
I love it.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
You're welcome. Thank you. Okay. So we're getting really excited about this. This big celebration for the 4th, and it's, fireworks, parades, picnics. We'll have the iced tea, the donuts. Maybe.
Maltese Falcon.
That's right.
Okay.
We're going to bring that.
Yeah.
This will enhance any party. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So, and I just want to note that I'm not a paid spokesperson for Dunkin'.
No.
I'm getting nothing out of this.
You did this on your own. You have no one else to blame.
I just am a girl who loves her country and a girl who loves her donuts.
All right.
But I do want to say, cheers.
Oh, wow.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
That's 250 years of red, white, and brew.
Okay. What is this thing?
So it's a little crocheted mug.
Yeah.
Your for your hot beverages with the top.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And I thought, this would be great. Well, I'll put this on our picnic table.
Okay.
And I'm thinking.
Right.
I got this week as well.
Okay.
Not from Dunkin', but I'm thinking I'll put this next to my Eagle.
Okay.
And it might fall under the category of
mixed metaphors.
or thrift store shelves next year.
Okay. There you go.
Who knows? Okay.
All right.
But something else that we're looking forward to is Gilded Age Season 4.
They keep rolling in, don't they?
They do.
We can't stop it.
No. And sooner than I thought. This is pretty exciting because last week, the Times Union, there's a newspaper that serves the capital region of New York.
Right.
So that's Albany, Schenectady, and Troy.
Right.
They noted that last Friday, the HBO group had wrapped up their filming.
Right.
So they're heading home.
Yeah, they were there for a while.
They were longer than I thought too. Yeah. But this kind of coincides with this trailer that came out from HBO of Gilded Age Season 4.
Okay.
And it says coming this fall.
All right.
Wow.
All right, it's official.
It is. And they do have some of the actors and actresses from the of course.
Right.
From the show, including Cynthia Nixon, who says that there's going to be some really exciting plot developments.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wait. Okay, and we talked before about a few podcasts ago when we returned from Troy, New York.
Right.
We talked about how we were there to watch the filming. We aired one of the clips.
Yes.
Well, in one of this week's blogs, we have 2 clips.
Okay.
And they're not exciting, but they are they are exclusive.
Okay.
Can't always have everything.
That's selling the magic right there.
You're right. So we had noted that there was one scene where the guy in the suits comes up to the folks, working class folks, outside this St. Denis hotel.
Right.
And you had learned that the gentlemen were supposed to be
Pinkerton men.
Right.
Yeah, on the hunt for malfeasers.
Mm-hmm, right. And then there's a walking scene of one of the guys in a suit.
Right.
And then the other walking scene, which we showed, was between the 2 homes in that alley.
Right.
So a lot of walking scenes.
Right. Uh-huh.
But we have those again in our blog.
Okay.
And they're short. That's another redeeming quality. And, you might see something you hadn't seen the first time.
Okay. Yep.
Maybe that step was a little longer than what you thought.
Okay. Nice. All right.
All right. So here's some of the comments that the other actresses and actors came up with. Well, Ashley Atkinson, she plays socialite Mamie Fish.
Okay, yeah. I like she's a fun character.
She is, and in real life she was quite a firecracker, likable. But she describes the season as high octane bustle breaking.
Oh, wow.
Ooh. All right.
Watch out for those breaking bustles.
Oh, right. Hold on. And then, of course, we take a special delight in the words from aspiring author and journalist Peggy Scott, played by Danae Benton. And she says she can't wait to spill the tea.
Okay.
Neither can we.
Okay.
So, although they didn't announce a specific date, we will be monitoring.
Yes.
So, watch this space.
All right.
All right. So, we've got about 10 minutes, I think.
About 8.
That's what I show too. Okay, great. So, speaking of television series, we are introduced to another HBO series, also on HGTV, Castle Impossible.
Yeah.
And listen to this.
Okay.
It features a young couple restoring a chateau in France.
Hasn't this been done?
It's going to sound more and more familiar.
Okay.
So it features Daphne and Ian Figueira.
Okay.
They're also referred to as the Figs.
Okay.
Are working on a 500-year-old estate that Daphne inherited from her grandfather in 2020.
And I'm sure she's old French money.
Oh,
has been there for centuries.
Right. I thought so too, because they said
yeah.
that even King Louis XIII was supposed to have visited this place.
Close personal friends.
Right. I'm thinking, he's her grandfather's the French aristocrat. Turns out, no, he didn't buy it until the 1980s.
Oh, he's a schlub.
No, he was very successful.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he was just like an ordinary, not a duke or anything like that. But he was a successful businessman, and he purchased this in the 1980s, thinking that he was going to renovate it.
Sure.
But he's like, this is way too much. So he kept it as a moneymaker as far as, movies, companies would want to film there.
Sure.
And he also kept it as a wedding venue, because the first floor was pretty good.
Sure.
It's the other floors that are kind of a mess.
Right.
But when so they started doing this, started their series on HGTV 2 years ago. This is their second season.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All right.
Right.
But I was going to say, does this sound familiar to you?
Yeah, a bit.
What does this remind you of?
Well, there's an escape to the Chateau, right?
Exactly, with Dick and Angel Strawbridge.
Right.
And we met them in New York City in 2024 when they were doing their U.S. Dare to Do It tour.
Right.
And I had interviewed Angel the prior January for a Tea Time magazine article.
Right.
And then when they were coming to New York that March, we said, okay, yes, we'll go. We turned it into a bit of a family affair.
Right.
We brought Rachel. She came in and flew in with us. Right. And then Matt and Jenna, son and daughter-in-law who live in Brooklyn, they joined us at the theater.
Right.
And it was a really great show.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
It was,
Pretty entertaining. Yeah. And then it was and I'll put a link to that story so we can tell you more of the highlights of the show. But after the show was over, our kids, they have jobs.
Yeah. What is that?
I know. Yeah. So they had to leave. They had to get up early.
Right.
But we stayed and we got to catch up with Dick and Angel.
Right.
And they're just as charming and personable as they appear on TV.
Right.
They really are. And did we show the picture?
No, we haven't. Let's go ahead and do that. Which one is it? All right. All right, there's so this is a picture of the four of us.
Okay. So this was when we met them at the theater.
Right.
And this is where you got the arm candy story.
Yeah. So they're very they love doing this. You can tell they're just getting all kinds of energy. And there was a whole line of us, and you do a little meet and greet, and they take pictures, and Dick turned to me and said, "Oh, were you dragged here?" And I said, "Well, no, I'm just the arm candy." So he thought that was hilarious.
Oh, he sure did.
Yeah.
Are you back to us now?
I will. All right. Wait, not quite there. All right.
Okay. Yeah. He was, even that big mustache.
Yeah.
Could not cover how much he was laughing at that.
Right.
So anyway, daughter-in-law Jenna, she texted me last week and she says, Castle Impossible, season 2, episode 5.
Right.
Just dropped.
Yeah.
And she said, "You will thank me later."
And you did.
So I queued it up. I watched it. This is where Dick and Angel come to visit the Figs.
Right.
And it was so cool. And I think we have a picture of, I took a few snaps of that episode.
All right. Those are up. There's 3 pictures there.
Okay. So you see the 2 couples meeting, and they share their passion for restoring a chateau. But they especially wanted Angel to help them put together a tea room on the first floor. Something else too.
The salon de thé.
Salon de thé.
I remember that.
Yes, her husband.
I think I walked in on that part.
Okay, because her husband was referring to it as a saloon. Okay, you can come back to us.
Okay.
So she wanted Angel's advice because they wanted to have another revenue generating opportunity in this tea room. So Angel that's what she used to do.
Right.
She catered tea parties, and that's how she and Dick had met.
Yeah.
She came on to the Dragon's Den.
Right.
BBC's Shark Tank.
Right.
She wanted to expand her business. Anyway, she I think we were down to what, 2 minutes?
I got coming up 2 minutes.
Okay, very good. So anyway, Angel was so excited to be there.
Sure.
And she brought her collection of plates. They made the 2-tiered trays, 2 and 3-tiered trays. She had the china for the cups and saucers. And the Figs, they did all the decorating of this tea salon.
Right.
Beautiful. We have the close-up picture of that. If you
want to go do that. All right. It's up now.
You see that?
Yeah.
And it's kind of based on what they said was Marie Antoinette's favored.
Yeah, the pastels.
Right. And when they were scraping the walls,
all right,
they found that pistachio color was one of the originals.
Yeah.
So it's beautifully done. It's not open to the public yet.
Right. Yeah.
But
all right.
Maybe
a future trip.
Sometime too. Nothing is impossible with the castle.
Okay.
All right. So I think.
All right. I got about a minute and a half.
Okay. So I would like to remind everybody that all these stories we talked about today are in the blogs. We'll put those links in there.
Right.
And I'm so excited to have this.
Yes.
I'll share this with you.
Okay.
And I do believe I hear that sound.
Okay. Here we go.
And I want to thank On TV Studios for allowing us to be here and all their support. I want to thank my husband, Arm Candy, super cool guy.
Yeah, that's right.
Awesome. And as we like to say at Barb's Tea Service, please stay tuned.